We begin this noon hour with the very latest on the 6.5 magnitude earthquake near Tonopah. Struck there around 4 a.m. People here in southern Nevada say they felt it nearly 200 miles away. Shaking was also reported in parts of central California as well. A series of strong aftershocks followed. Some of those measured around a 5.0, so pretty strong. And damage reports are still coming in today, but take a look at this. These are some photos we have from NDOT. This is US 95 in Tonopah. The highway, the 95, it is now shut down because of all of this damage from the quake. There are large cracks in several parts of the highway there. Crews are now making some emergency repairs, and the 95 is expected to reopen at 5 o'clock tonight. So if you're headed that way before then, expect some delays. Meanwhile, our Joe Mueller is on the road to Tonopah right now. He is in Beatty with the very latest on what folks are saying there. Hey, Joe, what are you seeing?
Oh, yeah, we're at a busy gas station here in Beatty along the 95. A lot of people stopping here, going inside and wondering how far they'll be able to go north. I just spoke to a woman who was staying at a hotel here in town in Beatty, and she said she was definitely woken up last night, and so was her husband. They were a bit confused. We also went inside and talked to workers, a lot of them talking about how that they were actually all confused about this earthquake last night. Damage is still being assessed near the epicenter, and roads have been damaged, as we mentioned, on the 95. I spoke to a woman who lives in GOLDFIELD. That's about 27 miles south of Tonopah. She was in Las Vegas at the time of the quake and now is on the road to check on her house.
I'm specifically going to check on my home, look at the foundation, check to see if any windows broke, see if anything fell down inside, that type of thing, and definitely check on my dog.
She also told me several people in GOLDFIELD were messaging her about the earthquake. Many said their houses were shaking, so it's definitely the talk of the town there in GOLDFIELD and definitely here in Beatty. A lot of people in that gas station talking about this. Next, we will be heading to Tonopah to check on everything there. Reporting in Beatty, Joe Mueller, 8 News Now.
All right, Joe, thanks for that report. Safe travels to Tonopah. And we've heard from many of our 8 News Now viewers today who felt the shaking in Henderson and Las Vegas. Here's what some of you said on social media. Glenn says the quake woke him up from a dream. He lives on the 10th floor of a high-rise here in Vegas, and the whole building was shaking. Dusty says they felt the shaking as well off Boulder Highway and Nellis in Henderson. Their dogs were shaken up. And Wendy says her family was on the road headed back home to Reno. They were actually between Tonopah and Hawthorne when the quake hit, and they had a hard time keeping their car on the road. They now know why, and they say they are all safe. So that is some good news.